Hype is a dangerous thing in gaming. Sometimes it creates legends, and sometimes it creates expectations no game could ever live up to. Today we're talking about 10 games that were massively overhyped, not because they're bad games, but because the hype promised something more. We start off with Cyberpunk 2077. This game was absolutely overhyped at launch, not because of how bad it was, just the bugs and a lot of unironed kinks. That launch version, yeah, it deserved criticism. But here's the thing, I recently jumped back in, played it on an RTX 5090, only about 30 to 45 minutes, and I was honestly blown away. And I also played it a few years ago on an RTX 2060, still very good. Visually, atmospherically, this game feels incredible, especially for something that originally came out 5-6 years ago. So yeah, overhyped at launch, but now it's finally the game people wanted. No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky had one of the most famous launch disasters in gaming history. Players expected a limitless universe of exploration, but the initial release felt repetitive and empty. Despite the shaky start, ongoing updates transformed the game into a fully realized, highly praised experience, but the early hype remains absolutely legendary. Next up, Starfield. Starfield carried the full weight of Bethesda's reputation. Hype promised a revolutionary space RPG with limitless exploration and depth. While it delivers solid gameplay and a massive world to explore, many players found it more familiar than groundbreaking. The game didn't quite reach the stratospheric expectations. I myself played it and could not really get into it. Next up we have Watch Dogs. The original Watch Dogs 1. The one that was heavily marketed for the PS4 release, all around about that time. Watch Dogs made headlines with its reveal trailer, promising revolutionary hacking mechanics in a fully interactive open world. At launch, the game didn't fully deliver on that promise, driving felt off and some mechanics were underwhelming. Over time, with DLC and updates, it became a solid open world experience, proving that even overhyped games can find their audience. Next up on number 5, Destiny launched as a massive share world sci-fi epic, but players quickly noticed it felt incomplete. Storytelling was thin and content was limited compared to the hype. Updates and expansions eventually turned Destiny into a beloved franchise, but the original launch set unrealistic expectations. The Order 1886. The Order 1886 looked like a cinematic masterpiece. Stunning visuals and detailed environments drew players in, but the short campaign and limited gameplay left many feeling underwhelmed. Overhyped graphics couldn't make up for the brevity of the experience. Next up we have Anthem. Anthem promised an Iron Man style flying adventure in a shared world sci-fi setting. Flying was genuinely fun, but everything else, combat depth, story and progression couldn't match the hype. Despite its ambitions, the game fell short of expectations. Spore. Spore was built as the ultimate evolution simulator. Players expected a deep sandbox experience where creativity reigned. What launched was fun but simplified, with gameplay that felt shallow compared to what was promised. The hype had simply gotten ahead of reality. Final Fantasy XV. Final Fantasy XV had one of the longest hype circles in gaming history. Expectations were sky high, but the final release felt fragmented. While the game has its strengths, story gaps and missing content left many feeling the hype wasn't fully met. Last but not least, Aliens Colonial Marines. Aliens Colonial Marines is perhaps the most infamous case of overhype. Marketing promised a terrifying, faithful aliens experience. What players received was underwhelming, with unpolished AI and gameplay that barely resembles the trailer, a cautionary tale of marketing gone too far. Overhyped games don't always mean a game is bad. Sometimes it just means expectations grew faster than reality could deliver, or the game needed time to become what it should have been. Which of these games do you think was overhyped, and which ones actually redeemed themselves? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more gaming countdowns.